You going out? I could go for like a egg McMuffin, sausage or something like that.
You don't know what breakfast is.
I think I do, and I think the things I just listed qualify pretty well. It's the most important meal of the day.
You don't know what breakfast is. All right, guys, here we're going to talk about the movie Lumberjack Man. 2015's Lumberjack Man. Lee, had you seen it before? Of course you haven't.
Absolutely not, yes. What? How would I have seen this movie?
This is one of the 8 films to die for, so it's possible you could have grabbed it there. I saw this upon a friend's recommendation. He said, "Dude, you gotta see this movie." It was on Amazon at the time.
Are you still friends with this person?
I am. Oh no, I might have bought this to watch it. I forget if what came first, the chicken or the internet. Yeah. But whatever.
The chicken or the net.
I was recommended to see it, and I saw it, and I was like, wow, it's outlandish and crazy. And then it popped back in my head recently, and I was like, I gotta make Lee watch that, and here we are.
I hated it.
Oh, of course you did.
Of course. I don't think it's funny.
It is not funny, and that is why it is funny.
Yeah.
It is a movie that is trying very hard to literally be a lot of other movies and not really hitting it. It could be renamed like Flagrant Nudity the movie.
Oh, it's a horny movie.
There's no like out of place completely, and even like at times acknowledged by the movie, which I think is funny.
Yes. And there's a few. I shouldn't say it's never funny. It's funny like 3 times maybe.
Sure.
But there's a lot of stuff. And like those other movies you're thinking of, is one of them Wet Hot American Summer? Only like horror or something like that, right?
Wet Horror American Summer?
Yeah, it's like trying for certain stuff. It's a camp movie. It's a horny titty movie, and it's a horror movie that's, like you said, like self-acknowledging stuff, and like almost none of it is funny, and it's brutal. No. I was so like it's over 90 minutes long. It's too long.
Yes, this is like an hour and 44 minutes or something.
There's a lot of ad-libbing, which sucks. Like I don't like this movie.
This one definitely could have used some tightening up. You could have trimmed this to a good 120, and it would have been the same essence of a movie, but it would have flowed a lot better.
I would have gone to like 47 minutes, I think.
I think that it had some great subversions of expectation moments, but those were totally trounced by all the like totally predictable things happening. I think there were some things that just weren't well thought out, but we'll go into that into spoilers. Yeah. I think there's some crap here that is worth watching, but I can't give this movie a recommendation.
Wow, because I thought we were gonna like fight about that. I'm like, we're gonna have a spicy debate where you're gonna say you should watch it because it's so bad and
the
good.
length alone makes it so I can't like say you should definitely watch this.
No.
But no.
Don't watch this movie. Just listen to us talk about it.
All right, guys. So if you've seen this or don't care, follow us over to spoilers. If not, pull out now.
If you need a place to rent content, you better listen. We're Cannibal Video and we eat the competition.
All right, so here we are for spoilers of Lumberjack Man.
Lumberjack
Man. Oh my. So this movie, it's a bit of a chore.
Yeah.
Because its length, again, I said this earlier, it's just far too long. At a minute, at almost an hour and like 45 minutes, it's just
solid. It's got
tails
those
off. And there's parts where it's like that movie could end like right here. Like, why are you still going? You just dragged.
There's parts. So like, the painful part for me was that there's a point where you're like, oh, I see what they're about to do.
If I can get this.
Okay, they're doing that thing. Oh, they're still doing it. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just warming up, you know.
Right. It's got certain. There's a food fight in the middle. That's kind of like that.
You fucking bitch. And the food fight is like trying to play up for laughs. Oh look, that guy's got a flaming arrow. What the fuck? Got fire! Were very funny.
We're so outlandish.
All I could think while watching that was, you are destroying this kitchen. Like kitchens, for especially like, this is a business. This is a camp. It is run through a church, so like maybe a little less severe. But you have requirements for how clean a kitchen has to be, and it will never be clean again.
Yes.
But no, I'm thinking you filmed in some commercial kitchen, and what the fuck? This movie's not worth this mess.
What the fuck?
I was about to be like you're being way too nitpicky. You're thinking of like the real world implications of this. Obviously, yes.
No, that's insane.
No, like because there's a spark here of like a certain type of comedy. Where he just like rubs stuff on her face.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But then she overreacts, like, "Oh, we're doing the food fight thing now."
Oh, we're gonna do this now.
No.
Yeah,
Hey.
we're gonna do this now.
Yeah. So, like that has.
But like rubs like shit on her face. Like it's not like cute things like, oh, put a little powder on your nose.
Like that's the joke though. Is like it's supposed to just be like boop on the nose, but he's like he's like front and backing the hand on her face, and she just lets it happen for way too long, and that could be funny in like a better movie that's funnier.
If Chris Seaver was to direct this movie,
I
think it could have been an epic triumph.
Yeah.
I could direct the fuck out of this scene. And not only that, I would make it entertaining. I am the guy that made Sex Squatch.
But unfortunately, he did not. We have things in this where like certain shots, I'm like, oh, that's really good. Like when the guy like kicks in the door and like throws an axe and it goes between all the people, I'm like, that's a great shot.
Yeah.
But then it's cut between things where I'm like, well, that's just editing mistakes or filming issues where it's like you have a giant pancake with a big pat of butter on it. And his whole mission is to kill people so their blood can be his syrup. And when he finishes this pancake, he opens hell or some bad thing.
He'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
And if he finishes his breakfast, he's gonna become more powerful than you could ever imagine. And no force on earth is gonna stop him.
And we don't even see him take a bite of the pancake until like the very fucking end, and then it's like, oh, it's already gone. Like, we don't see him eating it throughout the movie.
No, and like the amount of pancakes are not decreasing. They decrease and then increase again at different parts of the movie.
Yeah,
it's actually a crime. Yeah, until there's dialogue that explains what you just did,
which is the very end.
We don't know one good part of the movie is that there's a backstory animation thing.
It was light, heavenly, ambrosial. Surely the greatest flapjacks ever devised by man.
Yes.
Which I thought was really good because some other team did that. They farmed that out to some other team. There's little funny things in that. There's like a sniffing animation where he smells the pancakes.
Was in big timber hunting wildcats. Suddenly his senses were ensnared by the most enticing aroma.
There's little funny moments, and like the timing is better because it's different people making it.
Yeah.
But like that, explains what is going on. But until that point, you're like, I'm a little sketchy as to why he's dragging around the pancakes.
Years later, on a Shrove Tuesday such as this, the lumberjack returned, dragging behind him a hellish griddle.
Why are they so humorously large?
Pancakes look like something from Double Dare, like big weird foam things. Where at first I'm like, oh, I guess those are supposed to be pancakes. What's happening? He uses them like
he clubs someone to death with them at one point.
Yeah. Like those weird sleds that snow sleds that children have. Those weird dome, like a big shield, like a big Spartan shield. It's insane.
We're really gonna fly down the hill with this stuff.
Like, there's parts where I'm like, is this an editing problem or is this a joke? Like, Shep dies twice.
It's a pancake.
The cop.
The cop, yeah. He gets killed. And then later on, he's like, I'm here to save the day. I'm dead again.
Guys, I did it. I made it. I'm here to help.
That has to be a joke, right?
I honestly don't know if they filmed two options for that guy and just were like, fuck it, put them both in. We're trying to hit 2 hours here, boys.
Oh, God. Yeah, maybe. The other death's better, I guess. That's even more. So, like, that's my problem with comedies, is when I don't know if this is supposed to be a joke because everything is so bad.
A lot of things, and it seems like a movie that would be coming in at like 62 minutes where like, oh, you used everything you had just to push this boundary, but it's a long movie. You can see where people are in their ad-libs saying the same thing twice.
When do you fly? I fly every day.
Well, let me see those wings. Stop. Let me see those wings. Just fly. I am flying. I'm flying. Everybody's fucking fly.
All right, get off my ass!
not even on a different angle. It's like the same take. And that it's multiple times where I was like, tighten it up.
Why do they call him that?
Yeah,
I don't know why they call him that. It's so weird.
I ain't got a fucking clue, dude. And why did you buy it in the first place, mother?
Yeah, you know, whatever happened to good old American muscle?
Tighten it up. Why aren't you tightening it up?
So like every now and then we hear a legend about young Jim Carrey or someone. Like, oh, that famous line you like, that was an ad lib. Oh, I love you, I know. That was an ad lib. Oh my god, ad libs are so good.
I know.
I hate ad libs. I think sometimes you have that
when
goal.
you know they're an ad lib,
yes,
you hate ad libs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is like you can ad lib a good line.
I know.
But when there's ad libbing in the movie, like I used to think people were being too nitpicky about that, and like, hey, it's a style of comedy, just chill. Some people are good at it, let them do their thing. But in this movie, there's one scene. It's like the worst I've ever seen. I think it's like the girls walking down and they start. Oh, I need some to smoke some pot. Oh, marijuana. What's that? Oh, smoking salad. I'll get you some salad. Why are you bringing up the kids? I hate that. It's this long ass. It's like so painful, and it's like the worst kind of ad lib.
We're in the woods. It's a plant. It's like God's gift to us. We're in the woods.
Yeah, God's gift to us is like plants in the woods, like salad.
Where someone just yes ands you and repeats half of your sentence, but then adds like a weird agitation, so it's like things keep escalating.
Children are coming. We get to teach them.
Oh my God, fuck the children. I hate children. I don't care. Like, why do you keep bringing up the children? I don't care. I'm not even here on choice.
Please.
It's like I'm smelling something bad. It's like so bad.
Wait, we smell like shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's go.
Agreed.
And it happens
and
several times.
I was gonna say that
That's
does
not like an
happen
isolated
multiple
incident,
times,
yes.
and it's not guilty of just one character. Many people are doing this.
Because what this all boils down to is they must have just had certain things that they cared about, and then for the other parts they were like, I don't know, we have to film something here.
Yeah, and you'd
just
think it was
do
the
something.
deaths, but the deaths aren't all that spectacular. That it's not like, oh, this is a death movie. So really, what it comes down to is it's a nudity movie.
Splash fight. Oh, that's cool.
That's all we cared about.
Wait a minute.
Was this nudity? We got this
Yes.
TNA and stuff. And I don't know this for a fact that these are just like a bunch of porn stars or something. But at least one of them, when I was like, I just clicked through all the names.
Let's see your IMDb.
Well,
Right?
I saw play as Lois Lane. I was like, oh, what was that in? It was like the XXX Adventures of Superman or something. I was like, oh, you're not an actress.
You're not an
You're
actress.
an actress.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the main chick was pretty good, but yeah, most
I like
of
the main chick.
Oh, I know.
And she has an unconventional look to her, like that. I like. It's weird to say, like, I have respect for them casting this lead. It's like this person with like great big smile, like, and I guess because you weren't really going for this innocent girl. That's not what she was, and she kind of comes off as that.
You must think I'm a total whack job.
No, I think
She's more of like the snarky girl, which would have usually been someone like with a little more twist of like a punk attitude or something, and this is more of like the girl next door type.
Right, like she's not hating every minute. Why did I get stuck? Okay, like the character's a mess. I thought the actress was pretty good.
Yeah.
And seemed to be down, but also like, I hate that I have to.
Till the end of the movie, she was really good.
So like, the character's a mess though.
All because of your total lack of business sense. You ignorant, backwoods.
Because no one knows her. She's like the new one. Where'd she come from? What's going on? But people all seem to know each other. Then she turns out to be the great-great-granddaughter of the person
this famous
who like
person.
killed the person, right?
You sense it, don't you? Yeah. I'm the great-great-granddaughter of J.T. Jepson.
But that didn't matter either. She wasn't there to do this. She was not recruited like undercover, like shut up about Jesus, boys. I'm here to kill the Lumberjack Man. Like that's what that should be maybe. Or something like you're saying, where she hates being at Bible camp because she's the punk and she's the outcast. She seems to be ironically down with Bible camp.
Different good?
Yeah, different good. Different.
Oh, good. Okay, I was gonna surprise everybody.
Yeah.
We've had a rough
It's gonna
day.
be a surprise, definitely.
So I'm like, are you just coincidentally at the Bible camp?
So the character you were describing that would be going there for this mission is Michael Madsen.
And woods are haunted, They're haunted with death.
And you're like, oh, you got Michael Madsen. And I don't think that he's all too expensive these days because he does a lot of movies.
I looked him up because I'm like, I like Michael Madsen. Is he still doing stuff? He has like 20 things in production.
A year forever.
He has over 300 credits on IMDb.
For sure.
I love him. He's horrible. I love him. He's great. I love him.
He is the perfect kind of crazy that can be amazing in things.
Hey, what's going on? You hear that?
This is not that thing, and even you can taste the ad libs from Michael Madsen in this movie, and his character, who is there explicitly on the mission to take down this flapjack toting maniac.
There's no time to argue. As soon as he finishes his last mouthful of blood-soaked flapjacks, it'll be too late.
Comes with a single baggie, like a plastic bag.
You see, this before you is the sword that will slay the beast.
Syrup?
Of maple syrup.
Well, he doesn't know what kills him yet. He has to like find it out.
I thought that
I have located the sword that will destroy this.
But
that's Alex Jones. What am I doing?
I would have thought he would have some sort of inkling because he didn't buy that from the store. He bought Pancake mix, but he didn't buy the syrup. The syrup he already had.
Maybe that was in the box.
That too.
I don't know.
No, maybe.
But he says something like, I have located... No, because the cop accidentally throws... And then she tells him that it's syrup.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know.
What?
Syrup. Syrup.
You're
but
right.
He's the expert. He's the Giles who's
It's all
supposed to
broken.
know.
That cop spine is completely severed.
Yeah.
And she's
what do you want?
She's totally fine at moments. She's walking, she's hobbling, she's doing her thing. Gets attacked in broad daylight for what reason? I don't know. The methods of this madman are so unclear, like what he's killing, why he's killing, how he's doing. Because at the end, he just bursts through the door and starts killing people. He could have done that in the beginning. Why is he singling people out?
Why is he stalking the perimeter of the kids who wander away?
Yeah.
Why is he punishing the sinful like it's a normal movie and then suddenly just decides to throw down? Yeah.
This movie's not without its charms, though. Like there are a few, like there are diamonds in this rough watch. There's a part where and it's straight out of like a spoof. Our main characters, or what appears to be your main characters at the moment, which is a great subversion, actually.
Actually, true.
That you think the kid with the backward hat, the cooler of the two kids, is going to be the love interest, the main character boy.
We're gonna go muck the stables. Y'all wanna come?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
The final boy, if you will. But he dies, and you're like, okay. But him and his buddy make a model of them out of manure and put their clothes on it and escape.
Keep up the good work, amigos.
Yep, the shit mannequins is in my notes as one of the good things.
That is genius, but it's straight out of like a different movie because
Yeah.
you don't have a tone that matches that. This isn't an outlandish fun thing. Like with things like that, you would expect them to be fighting the guy and like pull a mallet out of their pocket or something like cartoons.
Well, no, but that happens early enough that I thought, oh, this might just be
Optimistic,
kind of an incompetent but outlandish and like interesting and good movie. But it's not.
Yeah, no. Another character I love, there's like a fat kid, and he's walking, and his snack is a banana, and it's peanut butter. And what makes this so hilarious to me is that that's such a crazy travel snack because he's not eating it. He's like just holding it because the moment you take a bite, that's like barely a banana anymore. And then when he sees these like, oh, there's a beautiful woman getting naked.
Ooh.
And that I think was the conclusion of the funny moments in the movie.
Oh God, yeah, okay.
Kinda. I love that kid's face. So much so that they peeled his face off and made it into a pancake.
You're not having impure thoughts about that girl Jacqueline, are you?
How did the pancake get into the stack of pancakes that the guy actually made?
No idea.
Starts with acid.
Similar subversion, because the cooler, taller kid dies, and then the other kid is like buddying up to our main character, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, this is the couple now. That's all good, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I think you're kind of cool.
Well, thank you.
Want to go eat some pancakes?
He dies in a way that's actually kind of hat tippy, or like whatever, of like pointing out stuff, because they're like, because he lifts up a sliding
rolling door.
Rolling door. There you go. And she says, "Come on, just let go. Come on."
Come on! What are you doing? Come on! No, come on! Just let it go!
Just go ahead and go.
We have to go. And he's like, just go. And you're like, what? And then even when he's torn away by Lumberjack
doesn't
Man,
drop.
it takes so long to finally go down. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Something like that, makes me laugh or chuckle or like get into things like a little more.
The chef wasn't bad, like as a character. He ends up being one of your final, surviving characters.
Are you serious? We're going after that big Paul Bunyan motherfucker with that?
That's right.
And I was like, okay, I like that exists. That's
Yeah.
cool. The character I think I liked the most, and not because he was good, and not because he was bad. He played the part I think exactly well. Was camp director Doug.
Rule number 1, no masturbating.
Just such a weird putz, the way like he runs and how he says things. No masturbating, like just his stupid fucking comments.
No laughing like a liberated woman or whatever
Yeah.
it says.
Rule number 2, no laughing like a liberated woman.
So
That's rule number 2.
So that guy's Adam Sessler, video games journalist. Who,
Oh, I don't know him.
I don't know. Okay, so I have not watched much of his mainstream content, but I looked it up. He's on like tech something, like a tech of the show, X Play, whatever.
Oh, okay. So
like,
he's a known person.
Those things. I know him through the Giant Bombcast, where he's been like a guest and friend of the show and all that stuff.
Jeff, thanks so much for sticking around for this web exclusive.
Hey, no problem.
So you've been working in the games industry as a journalist for a long time.
So I'm like watching this movie, like, who is this? And then I had to Google it. I'm like, what the? He's been in like 3 movies or something.
Is that what his hair really looks like, or is that a wig?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
he's got very little hair, and that is like a wig.
How does Battleship Bay work?
Where's the water come from?
Where's the water coming from?
I did like the set dressing.
The
I thought that was
marbles.
something that was positive for this.
okay.
Especially like that opening bit, like he's moving things around in that like cabin and pulling stuff. There's
Oh.
like good spread cobwebs and
The
stuff.
opening reminded me of Headhunter, which I will mention
Yeah.
every chance I can, except he's making pancakes instead of weird demonic immortality juice.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Headhunter recently picked it up at the dollar store.
Worth every penny, at least.
Certainly.
Worth perhaps $2.
I was gonna pay 10.
I don't make the rules. He does.
I guess he's right.
But in general, it's filmed at an actual camp. This what is it? Good Friends Church Camp. Whether that's what it's really called or not.
I'm sorry to take you all off guard, as I have.
That logo is in different rooms. It's on things. So like, they put some money into stuff. Like there's an actual good location here.
It's like a real movie.
Exactly.
It like looks and feels like a movie.
Which is like
Making it ever
almost
the more
to
sad.
its, I was gonna say to its detriment here. That like the things that fall off. I thought the villain kind of reminds me of the villain from You Might Be the Murderer.
You Might Be the Killer.
Might Be the Killer. That's what.
That's another movie that I was going to compare this to. That's
Yeah.
like, oh, don't watch this. Watch You Might Be the Killer.
Yeah.
Because that's another camp, horror comedy with
a much
subverting
better
tropes.
movie
Yeah.
than this. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's got bigger names too.
Whoa, damn.
Yeah, but
Actually, I don't know. Michael Madsen versus
Allison Hannigan.
Allison Hannigan. I don't know who's actually bigger. If you look at their IMDb rating service thing.
They're similar enough, though, that I feel like it's like a night and day of like, and maybe it's just everyone's sense of humor is different, but that's not true. This movie is bad.
Italian pancakes.
She's putting all these crazy ingredients in, and multiple characters have to slowly approach, engage her in conversation.
Yeah, like marinara sauce, bullshit.
But like taste the pancakes like Joe Friday.
Yeah, I was trying a couple of different things. They have so many ingredients here, I just got excited.
And then go, oh, they're great, and do the same joke.
What do you think?
Multiple. It takes so long for this to happen. It's so. It's
the worst part about it is it's just add water pancake mix. She's like, I can't do that.
Just add water. Don't just add water.
That's almost funny because people, I myself often think like that. Oh, instant ramen. I have to dress this up. Oh, let's get some garlic powder in there. Let's have some fun, right? But the payoff for it is so awful and so bad. There's raw eggs in there. Everyone's just eating it with their hands. What's going on?
In general, people just reaching into the batter. I'm like, what are you doing? Get out of here. Get a spoon, you animal.
Ask her first. There's no consent.
Wolfgang pucked my ass.
This movie does take every single opportunity, though, to show a bare chest. Like, literally every opportunity.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
They wrote in this bus driver character just so he could be over there and have a little nudity.
Where the fuck you been?
Just dropped off my load. Want to help me drop another?
And throwing in a death or two. Like,
Fuck.
like every character that splits off is naked at some point.
So, bus driver, I have a fetish list, as I often do. Fetish number 1 is
being a bus driver?
No, the bus driver's like hookers or whoever he gets with.
Yeah.
He's like, I have party favors.
Besides, I got some party favorites.
Fuck it.
The bus driver, by the way, has a line that I did like, which is like, get the fuck out! Just like,
all right, everyone! Get the fuck out!
like screaming to the kids. It's dumb, but like was acceptable to me.
Yeah.
There's like chicks riding him. You can't see anything, and they of course have their tits out.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Right there. So good. Oh, right there. Yawn.
But they are like disinterested. She's like on her phone. Oh, baby, give it to me. It's so good.
It feels so good. Yeah, just like that, right there.
And like she's doing her nails and all that stuff. So like the like disinterested woman or something is a some sort of weird fetish thing. That's like a thing.
I like when he cuts, I think, both their heads off. Like they die and just flop over him. He does an almost line from Feast where he's like, act like you feel it.
There. Goddamn, steal it.
He says something like that when
come
they're
on,
just
baby.
literally dead on him.
Yeah, their corpses have like collapsed onto his whatever.
I don't understand how our main bad guy is even standing on the bus though.
Goddamn! Goddamn!
Because you see him at the full distance taller than that guy, but I'm like, I can't stand up on a bus, and I'm not a giant. So how the hell did that work? Meh.
They're all on their knees.
He must have been.
Oh God, this giant man.
Yeah. No, I mean I feel like
he probably is actually,
yeah.
right? That probably makes more sense.
Ugh.
Fetish number 2. There's a giant pile of goop. It's like sunscreen or like lotion. When the two dudes are like outside, like, oh, whose cabin is this? Oh wow, there's a chick like taking she's got out of the shower.
Lotioning up.
But like it's like all of it's this gigantic it's like the entire bottle of goop just on her, which is obviously some sort of deviant sexual fetish interest thing.
And you get that token thing where obviously the second they run away, the guy in charge looks in, and that's when she sees she's being spied on.
She screams, but nothing comes of that. But it's a comedy, so it's fine. Whatever.
Do you have a best death?
I have fetish number 3.
Oh, all right then.
Just to round out the fetishes, there's a woman who like belittles the dude that she just had sex with.
Your dick is small. Yeah, I bet you heard that, didn't you? And you don't please me, and you probably can't please anyone because you're a pussy.
She like says he has a small penis and can't satisfy her. And this is debatably fetish material, but they do close-ups of her like face in this really weird, crazy way.
I swear you are the most spineless, ineffectual piece of shit I've ever met.
Her about face was really odd to me. We're like, why would you even have got with this guy? Like get me a cigarette. I'm like, where is he supposed to get a cigarette? You're in the woods. Did you bring cigarettes? Because if not, where are they coming from?
Well,
what?
get me a cigarette, I'm out.
That would have been a good opportunity for a vending machine in a tree. to just get a pack of cigarettes out to make it outlandish. No, but I think
or a hidey hole where like every year, we lift this part of the stump and there's booze and stuff.
Just knocking bugs off of
There's a part where our two like party dudes come across these two idiot girls.
Hey, ladies.
Hi. Hey.
Looks like you ladies have been working hard. How about a break?
And they have a 6-pack of like some sort of fake like Mike's, hard lemonade
like
thing,
peach or something,
and they are doing every drunken like party stereotypical thing, like dumping it, double fisting, doing this. It's a 6-pack for 4 people, and they are wasted.
Is that wine?
Nah, babe, it's a wine cooler. See?
They're spilling it. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Those are the skinny dipping girls. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think that we should go skinny dipping.
I don't think God would like that.
It's okay. There's one good thing with that with those characters. Period.
Okay.
In the beginning, Doug is like, I got this jar and I'm gonna put marbles in it and then I'm gonna take them out. And he's like, or I'll take it out. And like one of those 2 dumb girls goes, oh no, what do we do?
Yeah.
And it made me laugh.
The marble is gonna come out.
Oh no! What did we do?
But I feel disgusted with myself for laughing at that.
I liked when the guy, the killer, burst in on the 2. Like he's like literally about to have a threesome. Yeah. He's like, oh, what the fuck? I like that. So I guess there were a few more things that I liked in the 2 I originally stated.
When he busts in later, and this is the only, it's such a fucking, I just want to go back in time and just write things for people.
Sure.
You more so than me, right? But like the only payoff for the like super god girl is like when she finally sees Lumberjack Man, she goes, Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And that that's your whole thing. There's no other payoff for the contrast between her and everyone else. There's nothing. We find out that she wants to bang Doug.
Her cringy ass prayer.
Nothing there. Yeah, but like there's no like that cringy prayer seemed like the payoff for her.
Just like you'll forgive me for wanting to lie with Doug and defile myself as a shameless harlot.
But that's the setup. You need to have the payoff there. I was so upset.
Did you think the person that wrote this ever smoked weed?
High off their mind. What? Yes.
There's a part where I think what was the guy's name? It was something with like a rolling R, whatever the groundskeeper guy is.
Fun to say.
Yeah.
Exotic.
I forget what his name was.
When you're there, go find Alberto. Well, that's fun to say.
It is. It's
Foreign.
Any name I can think of has no rolling R.
Alejandro.
Yeah, let's say that.
That's not it.
But so he smokes their like ditch weed.
Calls it ditch. Says, where'd you get this pussy ass weed?
And then has a trip where he sees the killer as his beautiful girl.
Life is much too short to be taken for granted.
Who even when she's killing him, he still thinks it's her.
Right, as if he's on some sort of space peyote that Joe Rogan grows in his backyard. It makes no sense at all.
I was like, what is this? What is this trip he is on?
That's how. I mean, that's like if we go deep enough though, that's almost its own sort of trope where like the drugs don't have the proper effect and they're way exaggerated or something. But no, not pulled off right. That's also part of why he believes these shit mannequins earlier.
Yeah,
keep up the good work. He's like doing that thing, and it's like, this movie's horrible.
But I gotta ask you a question first.
All right.
Can I keep this recipe?
Yeah.
You liked that?
I
hated that whole character.
His face had some Jim Carrey-esque eye and eyebrow movements. It's like, oh, good. Like.
I gotta ask you a question first.
All right.
Can I keep this recipe?
Oh my God. You should come over later and try it out with
me. It's Michael Madsen, like, not knowing how to act from that, because he's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
God damn it, dog!
This is the part where he laughs.
French onion soup mix.
That ain't what I'm talking about.
Normally there's...
Above the fold.
I think because the like whatever's happening is so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, something else that I liked. Michael Madsen walks into like the first building he's ever in, this little shop or whatever, and he goes and like turns around and sees a like deer head on the wall and goes, oh, and like moves his head back like he's shocked to see the deer.
What?
He drives a smart car, which is its own joke.
Yeah.
That they then call out, which makes it not funny anymore.
Well, it's a smart car.
It's what was that?
Huh?
Are you fucking serious, man?
What did I say?
I think you said it was a smart car.
And what's almost a joke is the guy who works at that counter, like, aside from just hitting them with the, you don't know what breakfast is.
You don't know what breakfast is.
That guy's beard is so fucking weird.
Mm-hmm. You got any ammo?
Yeah, right over there.
It's a weird beard.
Weird beard.
Yeah.
Got a bag? Nah. Thanks.
What's weird about it?
It's a weird like chin strap thing. Like it looks fake, but it's totally real. Like he had longer facial hair, and they're like, can we like fuck that up for you here or something? I bet that's what he always has. Like
sorry, pal.
Looked really weird on his head in particular. Almost as weird as our main characters riding in the back of a pickup truck and not just sitting down. Like they're like purposely on like sitting on the outskirts.
Oh, and they're like crouched all
like,
weird.
That's something like young kids do because like they're strong and have core strength. Adults would just sit on the ground because they don't want to die. Michael Madsen's like clutching the fucking window for dear life so he doesn't fucking fall out. And the other guy, the chef, like I almost picture his leg is in like a rope lock because he's like leaning away where I'm like, you're a big dude. I feel like a tiny bump and you're dead.
Oh yeah, no, everyone took their lives in their hands.
She sat down, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like, why take for this movie? You took all those risks. That's insane to me. We didn't talk much about
for this movie. You were in this movie, and that ends there. Statement.
We didn't talk much about the finale. There's more cringe there.
It's so long and drawn out and bad, and like one more attempt for nudity, and I'm sure
take your clothes off.
She was like, I don't do that.
And she's like,
all right, just your underwear? Yeah, I guess.
You've gotta take your clothes off.
What?
Strip down naked. Get your clothes off and douse yourself in the syrup.
No, how are you planning on killing him? Oh, you're gonna cover yourself in syrup and like hug him or something? What?
What? When syrup didn't work, and that was your whole issue too. But yes, no, like my headcanon is that conversation was not part of the script. They're just shouting for her to get naked.
Yeah.
And she's like, can I leave my underwear on? Like, why? And like,
I was proud of her as an actress because she
yes.
did not for this movie.
Again, I think that like I'm not sure how much is scripted, but her face is not scripted, right? When she comes out all like covered in the syrup and stuff, and she's like, "It's slimming, right?"
Yeah.
You know.
Hey.
It's slimming. So, camp closed?
Whereas I'm sure someone made that joke off camera to her or something like that. Is like, don't worry, this is all fine and good. You're not like all those other whores we had in earlier. This is just this. Yeah.
No, like I don't know. I have this thing about just nudity for no reason, especially when like I'm like, you're young in your career and you don't need this. Don't do that. Like that's like I feel like it's more acceptable for like a desperate maneuver. Like later on, when it's like, all right, you gotta get cast. You can do this thing.
No, and like I look at it from the opposite perspective, where like I was a 12-year-old boy looking for movies that had nudity in it, and like there's kind of an art to it. There's a way to do it where like the movie is called like Biker Babes Go to Tucson or something like that. And it's got a certain structure, and there's certain babes, and they have bikes, and that's how it works. And they take off their tops. Like this is like supposed to be something, but it's not.
Yeah.
But it's way too long, and
it's
like
so long.
You don't.
It's that
it's
the
crazy.
nudity never served a purpose.
Yeah.
It was never like, oh, these two are having sex. Okay, I understand nudity. It's like, hey, me and my best friend, let's at Bible camp where we're totally into it. Let's just strip. Okay, hey, let's pick up post-sex while I'm just naked laying around.
Right.
Like, All these stupid things.
And those could be attempts at humor too, where like,
Didn't play though.
No, nothing plays. But like, it's Bible camp, but everyone's really like it's Allison Hannigan from like American Pie. It's
Yes.
like, the whole thing is really this debaucherous thing.
And this one time at band camp,
And then it's like, Doug's gonna find out. Doug's gonna find out. But now Doug's banging Jacqueline. She's like blowing him behind the thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh my God, this whole place, is full of sin. Oh, here comes Lumberjack Man to cut it all down.
Yeah.
It's had a certain vibe, but then. Are they trying to be funny by avoiding all that? Or is it just, hey, we got the chicks naked, we covered her in syrup, what more do you want?
Just get naked in the name of God, do it!
Yeah, a stereotypical gay Asian character, maybe?
you motherfucker!
They don't even he says, I don't even want to bang Doug. Where it's like, is that only funny because people are supposed to think that gay Asian kids want to bang everyone? Because that's the only line that character has, maybe?
He has, I think, 2 lines in the entire movie.
You want to bang Doug?
I don't even want to bang Doug.
But we don't.
The other one is something like, shut up. Or like,
but we don't establish him as being horny.
Or as a character.
He should have tried to fuck both of the other 2 main guys.
He may just
and
like
the
headbands.
Hippie. But that's what I'm saying. Like if they had established that he was trying to bang all of the other, campers there or like counselors there, then his line of I don't even want to bang Doug would be funny. But it's not funny in isolation.
What the hell, Ernie? Is this supposed to be us?
No.
Huh?
No,
Is that me?
No.
Huh? Because this is a medical condition. This is not normal.
No.
No, it just becomes this homophobic comment where you're like, all gay guys want to have sex with all guys.
And
what?
That could even be funny in like a better thing. Oh, you are like a bear. Like one of those like scenes where it's funny for that reason.
A fucking Academy Award-winning movie by comparison.
I'm saying, yeah, exactly.
This could have used a little more Stifler.
This is Bear.
Hey, wow, you are a bear.
I could have used anything.
Yeah.
You guys know the rule about sodomy, right?
Huh? Well, we were, because
No,
we were just
Fucking Michael Madsen just pulls up into a general store after like taking a streaky picture of some breasts in a bus. And he goes to the guy running the store and goes, "Where's that bus going?"
Where's that bus going?
He wasn't outside. He wasn't looking. It's just random question for this guy.
And says, "What bus?" And he goes, "Here's 2 underage girls with their tits out."
What bus?
That bus.
Does that sweeten the deal? And he goes, "Oh, probably to the Bible camp." Like it's
such a strange fucking thing.
It has a humor to it, I think. I don't know.
Well, I'd say since school's not in session, that bus is going out to the church camp out there by Big Timber State Park.
It's something.
You made me hate myself.
I just think you have a lot of problems.
Oh, and that's like passing the torch where she says it at the end.
Yeah.
I know a good pancake place up the road.
You don't know what pancakes is.
But then Madsen goes, "Thank you," or something to her, right? It's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't know what breakfast is, you don't know what meatloaf is, are like the taglines of the movie.
Imagine that being your running joke.
You don't know what meatloaf is.
Maybe you have to be on drugs to enjoy this?
I don't know if anyone enjoyed this.
I'm so fucking high right now.
I do love that the cop puts like 1,000,000 bullets into that fucking guy.
Yeah.
And then like stops, goes like, "Hey, fuck it," puts 1,000,000 more bullets into him. In a normal movie, it's like, good job, you did it. But in this, he's immune to anything but syrup, so no. And at some point, that lumbering idiot snuck into their camp and stole their syrup. Like,
oh God, you can't, no. You can't even try to imagine like what's been happening off camera in this movie. He set up like a rope snare that that catches one person, which is totally like that.
I was
never
wondering if that was
happens
even
again,
him or if that was just
right?
like, oh no, it's just a trap. Someone
Just
did.
randomly there. Although her like non-snared leg was dangling realistically.
Yeah.
That's probably just because they just literally had her
Yeah, they
hanging
just
like
tied
that.
her.
Right. So, but I always hate when like both legs are like up somehow comfortably. When
Yeah.
one leg, yeah.
I think in a lot of things it's like many takes in, and the guy just rests his leg on the tied leg because he's like, fuck it, I'm here.
Yeah.
Meh. This movie's shit. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
If you want to support the show, head over to cannibalvideo.com, pick up some merch.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's something.
Whatever.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
Those are some big fucking pancakes.
Cannibal Video has everything you need. A wide array of VHS and DVDs. We ate the competition, now it's only us. Our expert staff opinion